Boom. So we talked about it, now we're gonna be about it. We all in here now. Like I said, I gave you a little caption that we was gonna have probably, in my estimation, the best rapper in Denver right now. We still working out some kinks right now, but we're gonna get this going, get this started. Mike and Mike at Night. We got my man T Mike, and we got my man Mike White right here to my left, and Andwele, who really needs no introduction, but he been tearing these cats up out here for a minute on the sneak tip. But anyway, want to just check out a couple of his songs, some things that I like, some stuff that Mike also liked as well. Want to check out and listen to. So without any further ado, I would like for Andwele to go ahead and introduce himself, let him know, let you guys know who he is.
Shoot, and my name's Andwele from Denver, Bellside to be exact.
There we go.
Bellside, baby. You know what I'm saying? So, been rapping for about 2 years, just on the underground tip, just trying to build my name in the city. So that's really all I got, bro.
Okay, that's what's up. And Mike, who you also need no introduction. I'm sure he's been in several homes within the Montbello area for one reason or the next. But I'm gonna go ahead and let him tell you who he is.
Yeah, Mike White, also Bellside, born and raised. Been here since '73. Left Denver General and came straight to Montbello. So, straight up Bellside. So that's what it's all about. Happy to be here. And man, I was listening to this man's raps and wow, this brother got it going on.
Thank you very much. So check this out. What we want to do, we're building a platform right now where artists can come on. We still have our studio right now in its developmental stages, but we promise that we give you guys something. So here it is today. Want to just throw this out there as well. We also try to promote black businesses on here, young entrepreneurs, and just the positivity in the black neighborhood. We have been decimated with ignorance, with violence, and with sheer stupidity. So when we get an artist like this that's bringing us some good stuff, some good music that we can listen to and kind of get through our day, we have to appreciate that, and we have to get around him, support him, love him, and protect him as well. And we need to do the same thing for each other. So without any further ado, I'm gonna play one that I really love and have always loved. This is Losing My Religion Part 2.
Comfort, no love for the bishop. And I'm just trying to find my purpose. I'm searching and sifting through these scriptures. Europeans not first to be Christian. I'm just praying that the lies that you was told by some nigga not the root of your decisions. I'm losing my religion. Let the words of my mouth, meditation of my heart be accepted in your sight. I'm losing my religion. It's a struggle every day for a nigga. Hoping that my mama, she still pray for a nigga like me. Let the words of my mouth, meditation of my heart be accepted in your sight. I'm losing my religion. It's a struggle every day for a nigga. Hoping that my mama, she still pray for a nigga like me. Yeah.
Okay, so you guys got a little taste. I know not everybody has heard that, so some of the people that are streaming right now probably hearing this song for the very first time. Right. So I wanted to just kind of put your best foot forward for you. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, it's one of my personal favorites. Mike, did you have any questions for him about that song in particular, or how did you want to?
Yo, I mean, where'd you come up with the concept? Because I hear your words and you're talking about losing your religion.
Yeah.
So explain to the audience what you're talking about when you talk about losing your religion.
So losing my religion too is actually like the second installment of losing my religion. I plan to install like 3 songs, but really just the concept behind the song was really just trying to highlight, just like a young black man's struggle within within religion. Like if you listen to the first, the first verse is really just highlighting just like my personal struggles with religion. Just like, if it's just kind of like I guess it's kind of like the general question of like the problem of evil. If there's like a good God, why do bad things happen to, to good people?
Now, I noticed something that you said in there, because you do mention, you say your God must be a savage.
Right.
That and the other thing that you said about I love the church, but I'd rather just love from a distance.
Right.
Explain to me what you mean by that.
So, man, it's really about personal experience. I mean, because, we all kind of grew up in religion or in church, and, we kind of, after a while, we kind of go through certain experiences, and after a while, you kind of become kind of disgruntled with religion. So not necessarily with God, and that's an important thing. I don't have a problem with God or or Jesus, but I just have a problem with organized religion and the approach of organized religion.
Okay.
So So when I say like your God must be a savage, so if you listen to the second verse of the song, it really kind of go into like it's telling a story of a young lady that I knew that was. She was in the church and she was real active in the church, but she actually got involved with like a pastor. And the pastor started to, and the pastor kind of had a relationship.
Oh, wow. Now that's deep right there. I don't know if this show is safe for that type of relationship.
We ain't going to mention that name, but we know that story very well.
You know what I'm saying? So, they got involved, and as a result, she's, she's like what she would call an agnostic. So she really doesn't believe in God. She's really not involved in organized religion.
Well, we got to be careful when someone throws around or what tries to assume or wear the God title or the God hat.
Yeah.
Like, I'm one of his representatives.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Mike.
Just because they say they know Jesus don't mean they know Jesus.
Right, that's a fact.
It talks about the fruit and what fruit that you bear.
Right.
And you can see the fruit that she's bearing show that she possibly could not know Jesus. But that's a conversation between her and Jesus
I agree.
that they need to have with each other.
Right.
But I can see where you understand, and there's so many people, because I was thrown off by the church years ago by the acts of others.
Right, I agree.
And what I found is later on is you can't let the acts of others keep you away from Jesus and exploring God yourself.
Right, I agree.
So I explore all brothers. Don't ever listen to what the pastor or someone says to you about that. Right. What you need to do is pick up that Bible and read it for yourself.
Well, hold on. Now, we got some people out there that's going to say, man, look, man, I know that's a conversation for another day. But I want to be sensitive to those out there that might say, listen, man, all that God stuff and that white man's religion, I'm good on that. Mm-hmm. We have to be patient and tolerant of all people and everyone's.
Absolutely.
Right, because we all have different walks.
That's why you educate yourself. That's why if you listen to what everyone's telling you and you go judge everyone off of what a man that did wrong, then you'll forever be lost, because we are carnal and we all sin and do wrong.
Okay.
So.
Okay, I agree with that.
I
agree with that. Now,
but to your point though, that's you coming from a more mature. A more mature perspective.
Yeah.
Because someone who's, young in the faith, who hasn't necessarily, gotten to that level yet in their spirituality, if they have an experience, like a traumatic experience, like, like messing with a bishop or a deacon, and, and that person is supposed to be, quote unquote, like, like a spiritual leader. It'll shake your faith. If you're not grounded, like you say.
My
faith was shook for a decade. I walked away.
We can let Adam is a rapper. As well as here. I say Adam because he's the first one that I listened to in Denver. He the beginning of hip hop for me. But and we could get on that subject, and you don't want to get this brother on that because he will preach us a short little sermon here.
Yeah.
But I wanted to get back to his music. When it comes to the development and how you put the music together and how you string together your lines, your lyrics, and things of that. Walk us kind of through the stage and how you do that, and what are your influences? Do you read certain books before you do that, or how do you construct a song? Should I say?
Man, it's the way I construct songs, bro, is so unorthodox. Like, cause most people or most rappers, when they go to when they're constructing or writing a song, they'll go to a studio, they'll have a producer play like a, you know what I'm saying, like a certain beat, and then they'll start, you know, or they'll play like a string of beats, and then afterwards they'll start writing songs.
Okay.
Me, I don't write any songs I don't write any lyrics in the studio.
Okay.
Because I don't like necessarily to be confined within like in my mind, I don't like to be confined in like a space, in like, like a small space.
Okay.
So when I'm usually writing lyrics, I'm usually out in the open. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know how certain people like, cause, you know, it's so unorthodox. So I'm usually out in the open. I'm walking somewhere.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? I'm reading a book. You know what I'm saying? And then when you know what I'm saying, when I'm searching for a particular, you know, when I'm searching for a particular production style. You know what I'm saying? And then like once I hear the beat, you know what I'm saying, and I know exactly, like, I know what I want to write about before I hear the beat. And so when I hear the instrumental, that's when it'll come to me.
And basically what you're saying is you're inspired more by the sound of the music.
Right.
And you know what type of lyrics you want to feed.
Yeah, because going into it, I know exactly what I want to write about.
Okay.
As a matter of fact, I've already scripted, like, because you know I have a song like verses have 16 bars.
Okay.
I pre-scripted in my mind this, like, the 16 bars.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I know what kind of cadence I want to use. I know what kind of, like, you know what I'm saying, once the switch up comes, I know exactly what I want to do. So my creative process is that I search for an instrumental of what I hear in my head.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
So, like,
so you almost like the Rain Man of hip hop. You know what I'm saying? You just start rocking back and forth. And you know what I'm saying? And then you just know what's about to come.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah. So
Okay.
it's
I
pretty
like
much
that.
like now, I guess, you know what I'm saying, but at first my writing process wasn't like that. You know what I'm saying? But I guess that kind of came with time because I know exactly what I want to, like, you know what I'm saying? Because a lot of artists don't know what they want to talk about. They're usually moved by the music. I know you know what I'm saying, before I even listen to the beat, I know exactly what I want to talk about.
And that was something, and Mike's gonna jump in there for a second, but that's something I wanted to ask you about when you say other artists. Again, we're creating music, Mike and Mike at Night. This is basically African American news for the African American living here in Denver, Colorado. Not saying that we're not all inclusive, okay, because we have others that we love as well. Yeah. But we needed something just for us that we could express ourselves. And I see so many young men out here who have good talent, some not so good, but they spend their time making music. What would you say about the rap / hip hop scene in Denver, Colorado? Do you think it's non-existent? Because in some ways, I feel like you have kind of separated yourself from that group.
Man, I love the Denver hip hop scene, to be honest with you.
Okay.
Because you have a lot of, really. It wasn't like that at first.
Okay.
It's definitely grown over the years, and I could actually see in the future, Denver kind of being like a staple in hip hop.
Okay.
Kind of like not necessarily like LA or New York,
Okay.
but more like a Chicago or like a New Orleans.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Like a small little hub where people can come and thrive.
Okay.
But I love the hip hop scene out here, bro. I think there's a lot of really dope artists. I mean, you can go AP, you got Trev Rich, you got A Meezy. I mean, you got At Ease, you know, one of my homeboys, Bam. I mean, there's so many different artists out here, bro. It's like the scene is really.
Eastside Joey, right?
Oh yeah, for sure. So,
Yeah.
I mean, come on, like I mean, we go like,
Interstate Ike.
Come on, man.
Yeah, you know, like Interstate Ike.
Like, bro,
And Interstate Ike one more time. Go ahead, though.
Interstate. Hey, we gotta work Interstate, but hey, but he the like, you know what I'm saying. When it comes to them artists, he the go to me.
Okay.
He the go to me.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Because to
One
me,
thing that I noticed that, you know, I was listening to your rhymes, and by the way, that Papa told me.
oh man, that's one of my faves.
That's
one of
my fave. When I listen to that's
yeah.
fire right there. That's my fave.
Okay.
But I noticed that your lyrics, there was some explicit, but it's not that raunchy explicit.
No, I got you.
It's like you expressing a feeling,
Right.
and it's not raunchy. So is that intentional that you don't just blurt out all the curse words and all the vulgarities, and you're actually talking, you have substance in your rap?
Right, that's very intentional, bro. Because to be honest with you, I don't really cuss that much, like in my personal life.
All
You know
right.
what I'm saying? So it's kind of like, you know what I'm saying? Like, so if I don't cut, like, I'm not one of those people that don't. You know what I'm saying? I'm not fronting for, you know what I'm saying? I'm not fronting to gain an audience. So, like, if I don't cuss that much in my real life, you know what I'm saying? I would assume that my, you know what I'm saying, that my lyrics would be.
And your music will speak to that.
Exactly.
You know,
what
I'm going to tell you something. I was literally crushed as a kid when I found out that, like, well, growing up, that Snoop Dogg had a wife, that Dr. Dre had a wife.
Yeah,
that Too Short had a significant other. I'm like, man, come on, man. I felt like Jack Nicholson on One Floor of the Cuckoo's Nest. Like, hold on, man. Some of y'all don't even have to be here. You know, like I felt like I was, you know, thrown, like it was kind of underhanded because I like that you say that you're authentic in the way that you express yourself, the way that you are. Right. And you're not trying to gain or win an audience, which, like you were saying, you're not cussing. You say, "Well, I don't do that in my life anyway. That's not how I get down. So why would I do that in my music?"
Right. Yeah.
But you have so many artists that aren't authentic like that.
Right. No, I hear that.
That, you know, for that big dollar, they're gonna go out and they're gonna do what they think mainstream wants them to do.
Right.
And it was refreshing. I was rolling because, you know, I roll in the car all day. I put your CD on and I put it on at 8 in the morning and it bumped until 7 at night when I went
You guys gotta download this. Now we talking, but you guys gotta go out here. It's Ed Dwelle.
He's talking. You talking about real stuff. Now, Papa told me. That touched me because I could feel that.
Yeah.
So talk a little bit about Papa Told Me because I really like that. I really like that.
So, man, Papa Told Me is from my first album. It's called Dreams of My Father. So Papa Told Me.
Dreams of My Father. Y'all gotta download that. Go ahead.
That one's classic right there. But I would say Papa Told Me is really just a reflection of conversations that I had with my pops when he was here.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Of things like, because I'm the youngest of two. I have an older brother named Temple. So, but like in the summer times, like when my brother was off at football practice or doing whatever, I would sit down and have conversations with my dad. You know what I'm saying? And he would like, you know what I'm saying? And he would just pour into me, you know what I'm saying? Just so many things about life, spirituality, you know what I'm saying? And these are things that I internalized. But with the music, it gave me an avenue to really express a lot of the things that he would tell me, like the conversation that we could have when I was a kid.
Yeah, it took me back because when that part that you was talking about when you sat down and how your pop talked to you, my dad used to tell me something. Everybody that say they your friend ain't your friend.
Right.
And you know, and that's what that song is telling you about. And when you were talking about how your pops, you know, he told you to beware of certain things.
Right.
You know, how to keep the strap on, how
Period.
you know.
He used to tell me things like that.
And you know, because that's what he was going through at that time, and that's what he was dealing with.
Right.
And you know, because my pops, you know, I ain't gonna call you out, pops, but my pops, everybody don't know he was a rider. When I was younger, he changed his life and everything. My dad, but that's how they grew up. They always kept one under the seat to protect their family. So you know, so it was refreshing to hear that, man, because that, you know, Papa told. I mean, I just love that song.
Well, hey, we're gonna stop talking about it. We're gonna be about it. I know you guys probably like, well, hold on, then go ahead and play it. This is Ed Dwelle. You can download him. You can listen to him on Spotify. It's ANDWELE, Ed Dwelle. We're gonna play a verse of this Papa Told Me real quick. I'm sure you guys will love it as much as we did.
one of the realest things I ever wrote, straight up. Told me. I remember what my papa told me. Yeah. Streets will call us daddy while our mama's working. Angels fight with demons, yeah, we far from perfect. Need a still small voice to get us through the maze. Still we pray for better days and got a call from surface. If summer nights was weighing on my box heavy. Young and sitting, give me game up in that box Chevy. Boy, you trying to be a man, boy, you not ready. George Mike and under pressure, staying right steady. Never to repeat the mistakes of the past. You keep your circle small cause they snakes in the grass. Scared money never make it, keep chasing the bag. Remember ducking stones or bullets can escape when it's past. Always take care of your mama, be your brother's keeper. Demand or owe you nothing, gotta pay your dues. And keep a pistol on you where you got the reason. You own your own business, then you make the rules. I remember what my papa told me. I remember what my papa told me. Yeah. I remember what my papa told me. I remember what my papa told me. Listen, I remember what my papa told me. I remember what my papa told me. Listen, I remember what my papa told me. I remember what my papa told me. Hey.
You know, it's nice. It's nice. And that's something that, I'm going to just say this, the three of us sitting up here today are fortunate in the fact that we were able to experience our fathers.
Amen.
Good, bad, or indifferent, but growing up and having that male figure, there are so many of us that don't have that figure, that strong black figure, even a weak one, that they can lean on while they're growing up. I know that makes a difference in a young black man's life. So I do want to say this. I just want to ask one more question concerning the hip hop scene here. Do you see hip hop as an expression of how can I put it? Do you see it as an expression of guilt or an expression of love for the black man?
I think it depends on the artist, bro. From what I've seen, man, that's heavy, bro.
Because I mean, when I listen to certain music, when I listen to certain music,
Because it's definitely not based off of love, I don't think. Like I'm just
Not all of
speaking, not all of it. I'm talking about like collectively.
now there are some deeper than I know. Some people gonna comment and quote on this because they already know where I'm going with this.
Right.
But there's even TED Talks about it. How your album as a mainstream artist won't do well unless you are discussing the annihilation of the black man.
Yeah.
When you're talking about the annihilation of the black man, you can sell albums and they'll put it on the radio. But if you're talking about uplifting the black man
Or the black woman, you know.
Or the black woman.
Putting down the black woman,
You know,
all the derogatory
I mean,
names.
Too Short.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't want to throw no stones, but
Yeah,
he
coined the
made a
phrase.
whole career
Off of one
off
word.
of one word and never stopped
Yeah.
disrespecting black
Hey,
women.
yeah.
And it seems like we're foolish enough to enjoy that type of music. Now, I'm not hating on Too Short, and I'm not hating on artists that use that as a sign of expression because, you know, the way I see things is that perception is 100% of reality.
Right. No, I agree.
The way one person sees something, I can't change that for you.
No, I hear that.
So if these were all the type of women that were around you and in your life,
Right.
then you're going to express that through your music. Like you said, just who you are.
Right. But to your point, I think, bro, I think that the spectrum, I think it depends on what side of the spectrum of hip hop you find yourself.
Okay.
Because I think now, because hip hop is so mainstream, and by mainstream I mean that by the fact that it's on the internet, like that it's on social media, it's on YouTube, it's on Twitter, it's on so many different avenues. You can find whatever lane you want to be in hip hop. I feel like now you can find a certain comfortability within that lane.
Okay.
So like Too Short, you know what I'm saying, to your point, he found the lane and then that's his lane.
Okay.
If you got like a Nas, you know, I was just bumping Nas the other day. Nas has consistently stayed in that conscious hip hop lane and he's thrived.
Okay.
You can go with there's an artist out of Houston. His name is Toby and Wiggly. He's, you know what I'm saying, he's a very conscious, I would say, a conscious rapper, and I would say that he probably sells out a lot of, you know what I'm saying, he outsells a lot of other, you know what I'm saying, what we would call like negative mainstream hip hop.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
So I just feel like now that hip hop is so mainstream and so we have such a direct line from artists to your audience that you can really portray a lot of positive images and receive a lot of love and thrive in hip hop.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Do you think we've been like hip hop? We've been jacked, heist, bamboozled. We didn't land on. Yeah, because you've seen how it changed. Like from the if you go from NWA, Conscious Express Yourself, and, you know, rappers were talking about something now that nowadays it's like they're not talking about anything. And you know, and I believe everyone can enjoy it, and I'm not a racist by any stretch of the imagination. But it's like we've been hijacked, and our music has been taken from us, and it has a totally new meaning, and it's different from how I was when I grew up. What do you think about
Well,
that?
when they tell you, and let me just jump in real quick.
Yeah, right.
It's a cold game when you can take something from someone while it's still in their possession.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying? Okay. So when I look at the music sometimes, and I'm gonna give you, so keep this question in your mind, but what I'm saying is this: when you're telling the people and what it is that you want to hear, and you're selling the albums, and they're talking about disrespecting black women and the annihilation of the black man, then that's what they're going to provide. The market is going to provide that type of music.
I would agree, but I would say where I would disagree is I disagree with because I think the common argument is that hip hop started positive. You know what I'm saying? It started in parties, positive, and then once it moved to the inner cities, then it became like more negative, and you know what I'm saying? But I think the way that I look at hip hop is, regardless of, I think that, man, how am I gonna put this? The way that I look at hip hop, bro, is that you can have a particular artist, and he, you know what I'm saying, and he has a particular fans that want to hear that sort of music from him. You know what I'm saying? Depending on who he's reaching to. Now, if you have another artist who's more of a positive, you know what I'm saying, more of a conscious rapper, he has a lane. And it just goes back to what I was saying just like earlier. I think whatever lane, I think hip hop is so versatile now, is that whatever lane you want to be in, I believe that there's an audience that will, you know what I'm saying, that will hear you and will support your music. I don't like, because I feel like the term mainstream artists, because of the internet, because we have so many ways to view music, I feel like the way that we talk about mainstream artistry has to be redefined.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because when we're thinking mainstream, we're thinking like Drake or Rick Ross or you know what I'm saying, or you know what I'm saying, or artists of that nature. But what we have now, because of the internet, you know what I'm saying, we have direct access to audiences.
To who we want to listen to.
Right.
Exactly.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
And who we might call or say might be the best rapper.
Yeah.
Period. You know what I'm saying?
But that's gonna definitely, we got you playing already. That's definitely going to change based on what you actually want to hear.
Born in 88, we had to learn to hustle. How to get it from the source, we learned from Ronald Reagan. Push it on the corner, watch your profit double. Rocket turn a model citizen to super sands. Take your niggas out the hood and you deserve love. A lot of niggas misguided like in a plane with no pilot. Gangsters, they moving in silent pistols. I dare you to try it. Government kid, I'm a silence and who we learn from.
Let your light shine before it fade away.
Fade away.
Hustle through the night, we had to make a way.
Make a way.
Learn to count your blessings on this paper chase.
Paper chase.
Moving in the trap, I'm back to 88.
Fast forward to the 90s, look at who is missing. Ass whoopers on the camera, look at Rodney King. These coppers weaken our protection like we Willie lynching. And why they tell us Martin died? Because he had a dream. Nah, bullet in his neck because he woke up. Back in 92 and OJ did it, nigga, so what? At least I can't admit it, I'm not asking for forgiveness. Clinton giving life sentences, no daddy when we grow up. Plus no judges in my favor when he played the story. He gave my nigga Jerry right, that's mandatory. No judges in my favor when he ran the story. He gave my nigga Jerry right, that's mandatory. Put his
Okay. Here's that Jerry Rice, huh? So, you know, some people gonna listen to this thing and be like, man, he don't cuss. But and that's why I played that one right there real quick. But because you know what I'm gonna follow, you know what song I'm gonna play after that.
Right.
But he heavy on that N word. Tell me how you feel as a hip hop artist and your N word liberty.
Oh, bro.
That's what we call it. I got N-word liberty, man.
Like Paul Mooney said, he was like, man, I say nigga 100 times every morning. It keeps my teeth white. Man, I feel like, man, it's a term of endearment. You know what I'm saying? Of course, we can't ignore like the
history,
the negative history that is attached to the word. But I'm a firm believer that, you know what I'm saying, especially oppressed people can take something that was meant to be negative and turn it into a positive.
Like the word Christian.
Exactly. The term Christian, you read my mind. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like nigga, the term nigga, I say it like, you know what I'm saying? I say it every day. I say it like, especially like, I don't know, man.
There's some old folk out there right now listening to the show, bro, that are extremely like, you need to be taken out to the woodshed real quick.
My mom is one of them. Okay. My mom is one of them. Every time I say the N word, I know my mom is gonna watch this. Mm-hmm. Once I say the N word, she always gets on me about it. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? But because and I have to respect it because my mom grew up in a different time period. Yeah. Mm-hmm. My mom grew up in the Jim Crow South, bro. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? She was born in Pulaski, Tennessee.
Where the I believe that's where the Ku Klux Klan originated.
Exactly. So you know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So she hasn't so when she hears the word nigga, she has a completely different experience than myself when I hear the word nigga.
And you know what? I look at it like this. It's like somebody who is grossly obese and someone who's skinny hear the word chocolate cake. It's gonna rub the two a different way,
right?
You know, it's gonna make one of them happy, and it's gonna make the other one slightly depressed. Like I don't want to hear that. You know what I'm saying?
I'm a little piece.
Right. So it depends on what you like and what you want to listen to.
Right.
When we talk about the best, and you know, a lot of people say, "Well, who's the best rapper?" And I think we've had our differences.
I
don't know if we got enough time to get into that.
Don't.
Yeah. But we've had our differences on that. But it reminds me of when I was at work, there was a guy, just a real quick story, there was a guy there, and he'd come to work and he'd tell us about, this is a Caucasian fella, and he'd tell us about how good his mom's cornbread was. Mm-hmm. Now, you know, us brothers, we some cornbread connoisseurs. You know, so we, you know, and we want to know what this cornbread is like. You know, you got to bring us some of this cornbread. Mm-hmm. So, you know, he had kind of put us off for a while, and then he finally had a little paper bag and brought the cornbread to us. Now, mind you, I'm from Denver, Colorado. My other partner that was about to taste the cornbread was from Texas. He was from a place right outside Beaumont. He's from Beaumont, Texas.
Oh yeah.
When I tell you we tasted that cornbread, man, and that cornbread was the worst cornbread I might have ever tasted in my life.
Cornbread bandit.
It was.
Me and the homie had a name for it. The cornbread bandit, bro.
Yeah. It was the worst. What should have tipped me off was his coloration.
Yeah.
You know, when it came out, it was a very light yellow.
Yeah.
But what I'm saying though is this: like when we talk about the best music, and this man, he actually believed that his mother's cornbread was the best there was out there.
Yeah.
But you know, us being, you know, knowing what real good cornbread is, we feel a little differently.
Right.
And I just tell that story to say, you know, I understand who you may feel is the best rapper, and we might have had our differences.
Right.
However, when it comes to the Raheems, when it comes to Gucci Crew, Schoolie D, some people don't even know what I'm talking. I'm speaking a different language now. You understand what I'm saying? These are some, You know, MC Shy D. He was one of the first rappers to come out of Atlanta. Schoolie D, Raheem out of Texas. One of the first rappers to come out of California was Ronnie O and Joe Cooley.
Yeah.
You know, not a lot of people know that. This is for the homies and all of that.
This is a hip hop history lesson for all those who are not privy to this conversation. This nigga is a hip hop historian, so this dude's perspective on hip hop is a little bit different.
Oh yeah, I grew up with hip hop. I'm gonna tell you something. My sister, she called me. I was on my way to Colorado Springs, and my sister called me and she says, "Bro, do you remember the song?" And it said, "Do do do do," and I said, "Oh, you talking about Slick Rick?" That came out in about '89. She said, "I said, no, hold on. That wasn't Slick Rick. That was Dana Dane.
Dana
That was Dana Dane. Yeah. Tales from the Dane side."
Yeah.
And me and my sister cracked up because I used to bug that for them growing up, but now these days, you know what I'm saying?
They had no idea.
They wouldn't know what a Dana Dane or a Slick Rick was, to be honest with you. But the art of storytelling, I mean, these guys were the ones who originally came out with, you know, constructing songs and putting music together in a way that told a story.
Right. No, I got you.
Yeah.
Instead of promoting violence.
Right. No, I feel you.
Right. Well, I want to let you guys know, if you're tuning in right now, I want you to share this video. We're coming back again tomorrow. We're doing Mike and Mike at night. We do the 2 for Tuesdays. So just to break it down for you, what we do is we have the Music Mondays. And what we're going to do is have local artists here. If you know some local artists that want to come on the show, talk about their music, they got to come with something though, some substance.
Yeah.
They be able to talk about what they put together. And what we're going to do is we're going to promote that, and we're going to try to put their music out there. Like I said, we had a few technical difficulties tonight, but we're gonna get this right. Also, if you have merch that you want to bring on the show, we have a lane for that as well. We want to get your merchandise out there. If you're a black-owned business, we want to definitely give you some shots out. I know Mike has a few that he wanted to shoot out there and just let you know that they're in the game and they're doing their thing. Go ahead, Mike.
Yeah. I got my sister-in-law, and she gonna make sure I say that and give her a shout out. It's TT's Creations and More LLC. That's TT's Creations 34@gmail.com. Now she does specialization. She has standard T-shirts that anyone can get, but she does specialization on her T-shirts. So you can hit her up and tell her what kind of design you want. She'll send you an email or a text message with that design. If you like it, she'll get it made up for you and everything.
And what's the turnaround on that? Do you know?
The turnaround time is give her about 2 weeks, because she
Okay.
got to see is the material you want,
Okay.
what kind of print you want, and
Okay.
everything like that. So she's going to make sure she takes care of you, and she's going to do it right. So it all depends on how you respond to her and once you get your order and make your final selection, then how she turns around and gets everything to take care of you.
Okay.
She's recently doing, we're coming up on our anniversary. Shout out to my brothers at Strategic Investment Clubs LLC. This November we're in our 5 years. We just bought a bunch of shirts from her. They say Strategic Investment, had a black fist with a money sign.
Now tell us
on
just
it.
real quick what strategic investment is
Strategic
about.
Investment is a bunch of 4 brothers. We and 3 of us from Montbello. We got together 5 years ago, and we put our money together, and we started purchasing stock and buying and selling stock together.
And we're going to get on that a little bit more on Thursday, because that's kind of what we do. And that's what I was breaking down, but I do appreciate you for that.
Yeah.
So we have our Music Mondays, 2 for Tuesdays. So we're going to start talking about these broken relationships, broken people, why hurt people, and how we can build that attraction. So we got our 2 for Tuesdays, Wednesdays, Wildin' Out Wednesdays. So we're going to have some people in here. We just going to have a good time on our Wednesday show. Thursday is self-improvement. So on Thursday, we want Mike here to get into a little bit more about what he does with this investment club. Me, myself, I've been, kind of a renegade in the stock market. I just, watch Squawk on the Streets and these different shows are going in.
You showed me your investment before. You doing pretty good, bro. After I got you started on that, you doing pretty good. I see them numbers.
Yeah, most definitely.
Yeah.
I ain't no punk when it comes to finding some good stocks and shares and whatnot. But
Yeah.
just we you coming up in the black community, we always thought that this was just a white thing.
Yeah.
Like, oh, they gonna put their money into something. No, there's habits of the rich and habits of the poor, but I don't even want to get into that. Friday is Black Friday. We're gonna feature black-owned businesses here in the city of Denver, Colorado. We're gonna highlight some. If you guys would like for us to promote your business on the show, or if you have merchandise that you would like us to promote, we'd be happy to do that. What we're supposed to be doing here as a network, as a family, as black people in Denver, Colorado, is support, love, and protect each other. So we're gonna sign out with Adam's one of his latest tracks, but I'm gonna go ahead and say that this is also one of my favorites, one of my top 10. Did you want to shoot anybody else out?
Nah, man, we're all good, brother. I just love your music. Thanks for coming out with us on Mike and Mike at Night. We'll be back here tomorrow. Thank all y'all, and let's go out with some good music, man.
Okay, I'm sorry, I gotta shoot out some people. Erica Parker, Coda Empress. Want to shoot out Jay. Jay helped me out a lot. Coda Empress. She helped me out a great deal, so I appreciate her and all the work that she did. Mike T, one of our definitely one of our excellent Denver musicians. Want to shoot him out. You guys go ahead and listen. I know you got some of his music, and if you're from Denver, then you definitely know who he is. And just all the people that have come around and had the support. Also, I just want to also shoot out Jessica Bell and Sharita Clopton. You guys know why you're getting shots out, so I don't have to tell you why. Go ahead.
Hey, I would have thought somebody just got an award out of it. What an award, man! You got an Oscar over there or something?
But hey, man, you guys have a good one. We signing out tonight. Remember, love, support, and protect each other. Stop killing each other. Take care of yourself and each other. We out.
Steady dodging them slaves, catching them police busting, they can't miss. All praise to my crew, Connie, I spread love, I'm like K6. Took the land and they raped the culture, they 5 striping like K-Swiss. Ancestors had great strength, been the shit since slave ships. In the house and you in the field, trained soldier, they shoot to kill. 3/5, so we not human, you George Floyd and you Emmett Till. On my block and there's plenty shots, and our homies died but took plenty shots. Niggas died and they bitty box, so there's no love for no city cop. Kidnapped us from our homeland, we were never passengers. God was in the bottom of the boat in middle passages. 400 years, 100 million, that's a massacre. Sold slaves, so we sold dope. Country full of traffickers. I just want to see my kids long enough to see them blessed. Do that by any means necessary. Feel like Malcolm X. So excuse me, Mr. Officer, don't mean no disrespect. But nigga, I just want to live. And your knee is on my neck, so I can't breathe. Yeah. I just want to live. But your knee is on my neck, so I can't breathe. Yeah. I just wanna live, but your knee is on my neck, so I can't breathe. Hey, look, I just wanna live, but your knee is on my neck, so I can't breathe. Yeah, look, I just wanna live, but your knee is on my neck, so I can't breathe. Hey, look, yeah, I just wanna live, but your knee is on my neck, so I can't breathe. Hey, look. Yeah, I just wanna live, but your knee is on my neck, so I can't breathe. Yeah, look, I just wanna live, but your knee is on my neck, so I can't breathe. Yeah, look, I just wanna live, but your knee is on my neck, so I can't breathe. We declare our right on this earth to be a man, to be a human being, to be respected as a human being, to be given the rights of a human being in this society, on this earth, in this day, which we intend to bring to existence by any means necessary.